Hello and welcome to today's edition of Your Questions Answered with Father Gruner. I'm John Veneri. In this program, we take the questions you send to us and Father Gruner answers, and we talk about them. So please keep sending us those questions at questions@thefatimacenter.com. Here's a question. I'll just read it out. It says, at a shrine of Our Lady, a priest will not allow me to receive Holy Communion. I reported this to the shrine director, however, and nothing was said or done. I will not receive the body of Christ from a Eucharistic minister because I believe it is a lack of reverence. I go up to the altar and ask the priest who is standing on the altar to administer the body of Christ to me, and he says no. What should I do?
Well, the short answer is go somewhere else. I would have to agree. It's not right that he has to suffer this indignity. But how is he going to, in the practical, everyday life of his, to receive the sacraments? They're not going to take care of him, so he goes somewhere else.
Yeah, and there's something else too to keep in mind is that do you really want to be serviced by priests who have this perfidy?
Yeah, yes.
This is just perfidious, and so go somewhere else. And we would recommend go to the Latin Mass where you don't have the problem. You have the true Mass, and you don't have the problems of lay people giving, which shouldn't be done anyway.
Yes.
But you can report it to the bishop, but people laugh at that because it often doesn't do any good.
Yeah,
but you can do what you think is your duty and report it. But
you see, by all means, you can report it, and and you've done your duty reporting it to the bishop, since obviously the person in charge of the sanctuary, the shrine, is not going to do anything about it. In fact, he's enforcing a rule which he hasn't got a right to enforce. The same thing, the bishop may take the same attitude, he may not. And you can, if you want to go above that, you can report him to the congregation or the bishops. You can also report him to the congregation of the doctrine of the faith. And again, how much support you're going to get from all that. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime,
don't put yourself through this.
Yeah, well, go to Mass where you get graces, and you have priests who are trying to save your soul, not trying to.
Yeah, you want to deal with priests who care about you.
Yeah, yeah, and care about your soul.
And who care about you. Yeah, well, that's what I meant by that.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah,
and not that they're so. Well, I know of a case. I'll tell this story. I know of a case of a woman who died recently. And there was a funeral, and it was the new Mass. And the grandson, who is about in 21, he went up to the priest and he said, "Father, Grandma never liked this kiss of peace business. So during the Mass, could we dispense with that?" And the priest, "Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, we'll dispense with it." And Grandma, Father. That business where there's people who come up and bring the water and the wine? She thought that was just silly. She thought that was just goofy. It's her funeral Mass. Could we dispense with that? Well, yeah, sure. And there was a Eucharistic ministerette there, a grown woman. And the young man said, "And Father," and the woman was standing right next to him, "My mother hated women on the altar." She thought she thought it was completely out of place. So we don't need her. This little altar boy will do just fine. And the priest went, okay. And of course, the humble Eucharistic ministerette stormed out. She was not happy. But you can stand up to these people.
Yeah.
And luckily, thankfully, this priest, of course, was obliging. Yeah. You don't just have to take what is shelled out. As I said, we would recommend you find an old Latin Mass if you can get to it.
Sure, absolutely.
So anyway, we hope that we've answered that, and we will see you on the next broadcast. Thank you.